Alright, welcome back. And today, the question that we are asking is coffee in the summer. Do you go for it? But actually, seriously, the question we're asking is, are these headphones any good? Let's find out. Now, just before we do that, it is important to state that TrueFree did send these out to me. However, as a condition of the testing in the email, which I will show here, I did state that I wanted to be able to say what I thought, and they were 100% cool with that. So I think that's to their credit. But let's see what those thoughts are. Okay, so let's talk battery. These use a USB-C charging port, and the headphones and the case together have lasted me 2 weeks. I think that's phenomenal. I've used these quite regularly throughout those 2 weeks, and the fact that these are still going, in fact they only just died on me on Friday and I'm recording this on Sunday, is pretty incredible, and it's a testament to the 22 hours of battery life that they suggest you get on one single charge. So I might even go so far as to say you might get more than 22 hours of battery on one charge of the case, not the headphones themselves. But if you've used headphones like this, you might have AirPods or some sort of similar headphone. 22 hours plus is pretty good, and honestly, you could just forget to charge these. I'm genuinely impressed. So the next up is music quality. Now, I've slipped away from listening to music. If you'd asked me what the music quality was like in my teen years when music was my life, my response might have been different, but I would say these are passable. They're better than cheap headphones, but when especially you go to the higher volumes, it does become a bit tinny. Now, I was watching a movie, I was watching the, I think 2019 version of Predator, and the explosions and stuff in my ears, it was a bit much, and I had to turn it down quite a bit to stop that hurting my ears. However, listening to music, I never had that. It's just when you turn it up a bit loud, it becomes a little bit tinny. Podcasts, audiobooks, no issues. Sound quality is excellent. It's just for music. So it kind of depends on what you want and how keen you are for your music and how much you desire your music to be loud, because on lower volumes, these are fantastic. Now, I don't listen to music at a loud volume, but when I'm riding my bike and there is some wind interference with any of these open ear sort of headphones, higher volumes are sort of important, and the music quality does dip at those higher levels. So the headphones are comfortable. They're, you know, your standard over-the-ear headphones. They don't weigh too much, and they seem to be quite robust. I've dropped these a few times, and we will get to that later. And there doesn't seem to be any marks or blemishes. They just bounce. They're a silicone sort of construction around the headphone, and then this plastic on the touch and the plastic on the battery at the back are sort of your only plastic elements. The shocks open fit has some glass sections, or seems to have some glass sections, and that's something that I think could be quite fragile, and these have gone away from that, which I think is a good move. The next thing is the case. Now, the case is a bit of a whopper. This is it in comparison to the size of my hand. However, the profile is quite slim, and so as a result, when you put it in your pocket, it doesn't feel like it's taking up too much real estate, I guess, and so it's quite comfortable to walk around with. I was quite happy with this. I am a skinny jeans kind of dude because I grew up in the 20s or 2000s, and so I'm a emo at heart, and honestly forgot that they were in my pocket half the time, so I can say the case is comfortable. The touch options are quite good. If anything, there are too many controls on the headphones. The touch is this little grey or silver section there. It's a little bit metallic, and there are a whole bunch of different inputs that you can do for these. Honestly, I forgot what they were when I was out, and that might be problematic to people that are absent-minded like me. However, for people that do like having more control on their headphones, you may see this as a positive, but there are about 9 different control functions, including being able to put them into a game mode. It didn't say what game mode was. People that play video games might know what that is. But yeah, Phone calls were good on them. I was able to hear just as well as I could in any other headphones that I've tested. Honestly, these open ear ones are a bit bad for the wind interference blowing past, but like I said, they're as good as anything else that I've tested. No better, no worse. Okay, so for headphones with excellent battery life, good music, a decent charging case, and great touch controls, what's the catch? Well, there is one. And it's a bit of a biggie for me. So this is the part where we're going to compare directly between the TrueFree headphones and the Shox Open Fit headphones. Now these are the Open Fit Airs, I believe, so they're a little bit lighter than the regular Open Fit. However, for this purpose, I think these are fine. Now the issue is, and you can probably see it quite well there, if I flick, you can see quite a bit of play in this, and that is in comparison to the Shox Open Fit Airs. Now, when this goes onto your ear, this is where the problem comes in. Number one, it doesn't pull the headphone as close to your ear, and you can see it's quite easy to separate it from your ear, and for a direct comparison, this is the Shox Open Fit. And it's just... no pun intended, a bit of a better fit. And another thing that I think demonstrates this quite well is what I'm going to coin the flick test. So, obviously these are impossible to be the same, but sort of just a gentle flick. There we go. And if you put the Shox Open Fit on, the same flick, I mean, it kind of looks the same, but like I'm giving it a little bit there and it just doesn't really budge. So when I was taking my helmet and sunglasses off, these would often come off, and that was where I was dropping them.
Just got back from getting the photos for these and took my helmet off and this one fell off my ear. So yeah.
And I have never really had the issue with the Shox Open Fit. This would certainly factor into people that are doing mountain biking, running, gravel riding. I would not be confident that these would stay on your ears. Now, if you're just doing gym or you're just walking around, maybe you're a woman that would like, or hey, a dude that would like to be able to hear your surroundings better just to feel safer than you probably do with noise cancelling headphones. These are a good one. But if you're looking for an exercise headphone, I would see these bouncing around quite a lot if you're running. If you're going along trails and these, look at that. Look at that puppy. In comparison to, and I think that's a real design flaw, and it just means that when it comes to a recommendation, I can't recommend these for sport. However, there's a big counter to that, and that counter is price. We're all living to a cosy live situation. These are 80 bucks. These are 180 bucks. 180 bucks is a lot of cash to splash on some headphones. And you can get a pretty passable equivalent for $80. Now, yes, they could fall off. Have they fallen off mid-exercise for me? No. Can I guarantee that they won't the moment I stop finishing this video? No. However, it's not been an issue mid-activity. It's just something that I perceive to be an issue mid-activity potentially. But the cost factor is excellent, and what you get is a pretty good headphone with one design flaw. So again, I guess this is a review that says these are almost an excellent headphone for their price, but it comes with a flaw that I think limits their use when it comes to exercise, and this is, hey, a cycling channel, and so as a cycling headphone, can I recommend these? No. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm back, and there's going to be some saddle testing videos coming up that I'm super excited about. I've got a bike fit and everything, and I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to start testing the full Shimano Pro range to see which ones stop hurting my gooch. So if you're interested in a little bit of action, stay tuned, because that'll be coming over the next, protracted time, because I've got about 12 saddles to test. So anyway, rock on!